Jeffrey Epstein was not powerful because he was famous. He was powerful because he had access. He became powerful because power let him in. And once you understand that, this case stops being about one man and starts being about how systems protect themselves. His name appears in flight logs, court records, and address books next to presidents, princes, billionaires, and intelligence-linked financiers. This video makes no accusations of criminal guilt. Being named in a document does not imply a crime. This video explains how a network formed around Jeffrey Epstein, what kinds of relationships are documented, and why this case continues to raise questions about power, access, and accountability. Jeffrey Epstein was born in 1953 in Brooklyn, New York, to a middle-class family. There is no evidence that he came from wealth, political power, or elite social circles. He showed early aptitude in mathematics and analytical thinking. Epstein attended Cooper Union and later took classes at New York University. However, he did not complete a degree at either institution. This is significant because Epstein entered elite financial and social environments without the traditional credentials typically required for such access. He did not climb institutions, he moved between them. In the 1970s, Epstein worked as a teacher at the Dalton School in Manhattan. Dalton is one of the most elite private schools in the United States, attended by the children of wealthy and influential families. This job gave Epstein something far more valuable than money: proximity to power. Former students and parents later described him as intelligent, socially adept, and unusually comfortable around wealth. This period marks Epstein's first sustained contact with elite networks. Shortly afterward, he left education and entered the world of finance. Epstein began working in high-level financial environments despite lacking formal credentials. Over time, he accumulated significant wealth. However, the precise source of his fortune was never fully clarified in public records. Journalists, investigators, and financial experts have repeatedly noted that Epstein's financial structure was opaque. What is clear is this: Epstein used wealth not as an end, but as a tool for access, influence, and discretion. In the early 1990s, Epstein met Ghislaine Maxwell. Maxwell was the daughter of Robert Maxwell, a powerful international media magnate with deep political and business connections. Maxwell introduced Epstein to European aristocracy, political elites, cultural institutions, academic and philanthropic circles. It is important to be precise. Ghislaine Maxwell was not Epstein's wife. Court records and testimony describe her as a close associate and facilitator, playing a central role in his social world. Together, Epstein and Maxwell became fixtures in elite social environments. The Epstein network was not ideological. It was not organized around a political movement. It was logistical. Epstein provided introductions, funding, private spaces, travel, discretion. The people around him came from different sectors: politics, royalty, finance, academia, media. Importantly, being in the same network does not mean engaging in the same behavior. But networks matter because they shape what is normalized, what is overlooked, and what remains unspoken. A network does not require everyone to be guilty. It only requires silence at key points. What makes this case unusual is not any single name. It is the concentration of power. The following individuals are named in publicly available documents, testimony, or records. No criminal guilt is implied unless stated otherwise. Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton's name appears in flight logs and witness accounts. Clinton has stated that he had no knowledge of any criminal activity and denies wrongdoing. He has not been charged with any crime related to Epstein. Prince Andrew, Duke of York. Prince Andrew publicly acknowledged knowing Epstein. His name appears in court documents and testimony. He has denied allegations and reached a civil settlement without admitting guilt. Alan Dershowitz. Alan Dershowitz is a prominent American constitutional lawyer and longtime Harvard Law School professor. Dershowitz is named in testimony and court filings. He has strongly denied all allegations. He has not been convicted of any crime. Bill Gates. Bill Gates confirmed meeting Epstein on multiple occasions after Epstein's 2008 conviction. Gates later stated that associating with Epstein was a mistake. No criminal accusations were filed against him. Leslie Wexner. Leslie Wexner is an American billionaire businessman. Best known as the founder and longtime CEO of L Brands, the parent company of Victoria's Secret, he was Epstein's most significant financial patron for years. He later severed ties and stated he was unaware of Epstein's criminal conduct. Wexner has not been charged. Donald Trump. Donald Trump's name appears in Epstein's contact records and in publicly available photographs and social accounts from the 1990s. Trump has stated that he later cut ties with Epstein. There is no record of Trump appearing in Epstein's flight logs. No criminal allegations have resulted in charges. Ehud Barak. Former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Barak acknowledged meeting Epstein and receiving financial investment from him. Barak has stated that the relationship was professional and financial and denied wrongdoing. He has not been charged with any crime. Naomi Campbell. Naomi Campbell is a British supermodel and fashion icon, one of the most recognizable figures in the global modeling industry since the 1990s. Naomi Campbell's name appears in Epstein's contact books and in some witness references. Campbell has denied knowledge of Epstein's criminal activity. She has not been charged with any crime. Jean-Luc Brunel. Jean-Luc Brunel was a French modeling agent and talent scout, known for discovering and managing international fashion models closely associated with Epstein. His name appears repeatedly in testimony and investigative records. Jean-Luc Brunel was later charged in France with sexual assault-related offenses. He denied wrongdoing and died in custody before a final verdict was reached. Important clarification. Being named in a document is not the same as being accused of a crime. However, the patterns matter. When the same names, the same environments, and the same silences appear repeatedly, the story stops being about individuals and starts being about structures. The Epstein story was not hidden. It appeared, then disappeared, then resurfaced. Coverage was often fragmented, delayed, decontextualized. Some stories are not censored, they are managed. Silence does not prove innocence, but silence protects systems. Jeffrey Epstein died in federal custody in 2019. The official ruling was suicide. Multiple procedural failures were documented. Malfunctioning cameras, guards failing to follow protocol. What happened is documented. Why it happened remains debated.